Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice Radio, so today I think it's time to start talking about Evolving Skies. Because Evolving Skies is starting to, it's starting to get a little bit silly, ladies and gentlemen, in a way that sets generally don't. One of the things you need to bear in mind here is that Evolving Skies is not that old. Like, the most recent set we've actually seen, as it stands at the moment, the most recent set which has come out is Silver Tempest. Silver Tempest is Sword and Shield 12. What we're talking about here is Sword and Shield 7. It really is not that old. I mean, Evolving Skies came out in August 2021. Like 18 months ago. Not even 18 months ago. Like 16 months ago. We're not talking about some ancient set from the deep and distant past. Old sets, oh yeah, go nuts. Old sets are ridiculously expensive. You'll pay thousands and thousands for a booster box. The thing is, Evolving Skies isn't that old. And one of the things I'm going to do as we go through this video just quickly in a minute, I'm going to compare this to Chilling Reign. Because Chilling Reign is one set older. This is not an age thing when it comes to Evolving Skies. It isn't a set which is going crazy and expensive because of age. It is going crazy and expensive because it's amazing. And it really is as simple as that. What's happened is Pokemon went and released a set that was so good that it is being bought out every time it comes into stock. And it is getting a little bit silly in terms of price. And it's hard to blame it because it is just, as a set, that gosh darned good. So, you know, whenever you're looking for this kind of stuff, one of the first things you want to do, go and have a look on the Pokemon Center. Because if it's around and about, it will be on the Pokemon Center. And of course, the Pokemon Center will be selling it for retail. They'll be selling it for the exact price they should be selling it for. You're not going to get a bargain on the Pokemon Center. They're not in the habit of reducing their prices. But if it is available in any way, shape, or form, it'll be on the Pokemon Center for retail. We go to the Pokemon Center UK. It's all sold out. And it's not just out of stock. It's showing us sold out, which generally means it's not coming back. Every single product not coming back. But maybe that's just the UK. Maybe we get on over to the US Pokemon Center, because sometimes they have different things in stock on both of those sites. Maybe we can get lucky. Nah, it's all sold out. Weirdly, when you search Evolving Skies, you get the Salamence pins. Okay. They're sold out as well, incidentally. But Evolving Skies is done. If you go on the Pokemon Center, it's all sold out. It is not there. Nothing is showing as in stock. So if we want to find out how much we're going to be buying this for, we have to head on down and have a look at eBay. And if we go over to US eBay and we go and have a look for a booster box of Evolving Skies, it's not looking good. It is not looking good at all. And if we ignore sponsored listings, because they tend to be a bit more expensive, we can see that the first two listings are $300, $320, and $150, but that is a thing that's being bid on. And there are still 4.5 days left, and it's already over retail. And I made this point before, but let me make it clear. The retail of a box of Pokemon cards is $3.99 per pack, times by 36 packs. It is $143.64. That is the retail price. I know a lot of people like to think that, I get people telling me all the time, actually, no, Wassy, you're wrong. Here is the retail price of a booster box. No, it's not. There are a bunch of shops out there that will sell for below retail. They'll give you a discount on buying the box as a whole. But the thing to remember about booster boxes is they're not actually designed to be sold as booster boxes. They are designed to be sold as individual packs, which means there is no retail price for booster boxes. And I know nerds like me and you buy them as booster boxes, that's fine, but that's not actually what they're designed for. There is no retail price. It is $143.64. Except it's not. You're going to be paying like $300 for a booster box. Wassy, I hear some people shout. That's just listings. Nobody's paying $300 for a booster box of Evolving Skies. That's ridiculous. Yeah, they are. The two most recent sales I can find from yesterday are free boxes for $860. Now, to be fair, that's not quite $300. That is $286.67 per box. But bearing in mind, you would expect a discount buying free at the same time. So, yeah, that's about $300 a box. Or $400 for... Now, this is a weird little bundle of an Evolving Skies booster box and a Hidden Fates Elite Trainer box, which means that is actually coming in at a bit less than $300, but that's still a lot. The last actual just booster box, which was also sold yesterday, is $330. Oh, it's a Wave 1 booster box. What does that even mean? Like, seriously. First edition isn't a thing anymore, and I don't know, maybe there's some different barcode or something. It doesn't really matter. Wave 1 is important when the cards are different and things of that nature. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe the really hardcore collectors really care about Wave 1 booster boxes. Nah. No. Not buying it. Right now, these are $300 boxes. That's like double retail. And I told you that I would compare this to Chilling Reign, because actually Chilling Reign was a set that came out 3 months beforehand. So if it was just an age thing, we would expect Chilling Reign to be about as expensive. That's kind of what we'd be looking at. If it was an age thing. Well, if you go on eBay and try and buy a booster box of Chilling Reign, yeah, I can buy them below retail. Here's two listings in a row with free shipping. 122 and 116, or 123 and 116. And to be fair, these are starting to creep up. I did some older videos a little while ago where you'll see that actually these booster boxes were nearer to $100. These are starting to creep up again. But let's be perfectly clear, Chilling Reign is still available for below retail, despite the fact that it is 3 months older than Evolving Skies. And we can do a similar thing with battle styles here, and I'm actually looking this up live as I record the video because I'm so confident. It's still under $100. It's 97, 96, and no, it says 85, but there's $10 shipping, so it's 95. You can get a box of battle styles all day long on eBay for $95. Fair bit below retail. Yep. $50 below retail, 1/3 off retail. And that's kind of the point I'm making here. We can go back to the two previous sets before this, and they're actually below retail, one of them significantly. Evolving Skies is crazy expensive right now, and it's just because it is a great set. And it really is very simple. Every time it gets printed, people go, oh, wow, Evolving Skies, I love that set. And then they buy it out. And then it's out of stock again. And that means there's just never any out there. I showed you it's completely sold out on both Pokemon centers, but it's hard to find in shops. Now, I know some people lately have been finding booster packs in Walmart, etc. Good. There are some out there. It's not that old a set. You will still find some in shops. Now, local game stores, you will find some that are raising the price of Evolving Skies. And I'm going to tell you what I always tell you. If you find people that are selling Evolving Skies for crazy above retail, they're still buying at retail at this stage. Most of them, always ask before you judge. They might have paid above. And if they're just selling it massively above retail because it's Evolving Skies and they can, it's a shop that will always do that when they get the opportunity. It's not a shop that deserves your business. Shop elsewhere. You will still find it in places like Walmart. Sometimes it'll be there at retail. And good stores that can still get this in will still be selling it at retail. They don't need to sell it above. Some stores will because they think they can get away with it. You know my thoughts on that. I am very firmly of the opinion that if stores are getting it from distributors at the regular price, they should be selling it back to customers at the regular price. Obviously, if they're buying it in more expensive from somewhere else, they should be charging more, which is why I always say talk to your local game store before making any kind of judgment. And if you really want to know why Evolving Skies is so gosh darn good, and I'm sure a lot of you already do, but we can go and have a look on TCG Player, and it does get a little bit silly. Because the singles in Evolving Skies are absolutely nuts. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, it's got the Moonbryon card. That shouldn't really surprise anyone at this stage. That is the biggest card in the Sword and Shield era. You know, that's just shy of a $500 card. But it's also got the alternate art Rayquaza that's a $280 card. The alternate art Leafeon that's about $150. The alternate art Glaceon that's about $150. The alternate art Sylveon that's about $140. That's just the top 5 cards. We can also look at like the Dragonite, which is about a ton, Umbreon V, which is about a ton, and Rayquaza V, that's about a ton. That makes 8 cards in the set that are $100 cards. Incidentally, the price of booster boxes being $300, you're still not worth cracking open a box. Like, would you rather pay $300 for a box with a very low chance of pulling Umbreon, or would you rather just spend $500 on the Umbreon? I think by the time you, and it's just my personal opinion, by the time you get round to dropping $300 on a box, you might as well just guarantee it for yourself. If the Moonbreon is what you're after, of course. If you just want a whole bunch of cool stuff, then yeah, that's absolutely fine. And again, if we compare this to, say, Chilling Reign, bearing in mind I showed you that there were 8 cards above $100 in Evolving Skies, what we can see is that there are 2. The top 3 cards in Chilling Reign, now you do have the Blaziken, which is about $160, the Galarian Moltres, which is about $130, and then the Snorlax is like $80. And they are the top 3 cards in Chilling Reign. So by the time you get to number 3 in Chilling Reign, you're a fair bit below number 8 in Evolving Skies. And I'm not going to keep going down the whole set. It keeps going. Evolving Skies is a set that brings us all of the Eevees and has got Rayquaza in there just in case the Eevees wasn't enough. It is an absolute banger of a set. When I showed you my video about the most expensive full art Pokemon the other day, that list was dominated by Evolving Skies. When I show you my list of the most expensive alternate art cards, that list is dominated by Evolving Skies, and it keeps going, ladies and gentlemen. By almost any metric, it's the best set we've had in the Sword and Shield era. And here's the messed up thing. Set's less than 18 months old. Next month, in February, that set is going to turn 18 months old. It's a kind of set that we should just be able to pick up pretty much anywhere. And you will still find it in stock in some shops, just like you'll find Chilling Reign and Battle Styles in stock in some shops. It's still a set which is being popped into some products. I showed you that Orbeetle box the other day, and keep an eye out for the redone Orbeetle box. It's definitely been seen in the UK at least, because that's got 2 packs of Evolving Skies and a pack of Ultra Prism. Oh, you'd better believe this is an amazing product people want to get their hands on. Because, okay, the 1 Vivid Voltage kind of sucks, but that's an amazing pack selection. A ridiculous pack selection. And that's the point about Evolving Skies. That's why it's such a weird anomaly. Because it's still a young enough set that it's in stock in a bunch of places, and it's being put into products. It's just that good of a set. It's not going to stay in stock on somewhere like the Pokemon Center because it's such a good set. When it goes up, it will get bought out. You're not going to find big online sellers with this in stock because as soon as it goes in stock, it's going to get bought out like instantly. But good local game stores will still have this for a good price. It is a great scalper test though, because if stores have got this, you can see their attitude towards their customers by how much they're selling Evolving Skies for. If they're selling at retail, they are good to their customers. If they are selling significantly above, either they've had to buy it in more expensive, ask them, or they're going to say something like eBay, TCG, Play and Market Price, etc., which is just code for, look mate, we can make more money on this, so we're going to, which tells you the opinion they have of their customers. It's not an impossible to find set. It is out there. But the problem is, like I've said, you're not going to find it on big online stores because it's going to get bought out instantly. You're going to have to search a little bit more for it. And the fact of the matter is, the secret is out on Evolving Skies at this stage. Everybody knows how good this set is. This is not going to change. This is always and forever going to be now one of those sets which is very hard to buy. And if you think it's expensive now, when it's less than 18 months old and still able to find in the wild, just imagine what Evolving Skies is going to look like in 5-10 years' time when finding a few packs in the wild is impossible. This set is only going to get more ridiculous as time goes by. But I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you think of Evolving Skies, if you like it as much as other people. I want to know what your favourite cards in the set are. I want to know basically anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel. You can get some bonus podcasts where I answer all of your questions. You can join a Discord and chat with us about Pokemon or anything else that takes your fancy. And you can get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Javier Garcia, who's been a supporter of ours for a long time at this stage and is a very, very, very lovely person indeed. So thank you very much for all the support and for being a very, very lovely person indeed. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.